Everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life, Season 2, Episode 17, not Episode 2, Season 17, that would be completely bizarre. Anyway, I've just put a whole bunch of these into the crafting bench by way of preparation. Not much preparation, but it was some preparation, because I want to make a flux controller. And to do that, we're going to need to make those, and we need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And then what was it? Blah, 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 blah. Yes, okay. Huh? Hang on a second. 5 of those. Oh, I need to make one more craft of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And another one of them. I need a single solitary. I can't remember which way around does this go. Soon find out. That way around. And we need one of those, and that. We didn't make this before because it was quite frankly quite pricey. Now where to place this? I mean, the obvious place to stick it is in the thingy, but it doesn't really need to be in the vault. It needs to be somewhere where I can see it. Maybe. What happens if I take out that? So what I was interested in is seeing what's going on. So we've got some kind of loop going on here, I think. Reconnect all blocks, check all net, remove duplicates and error tiles. Yeah. What I'm concerned about is this that we are I think something somewhere along the line is running incorrectly. Because that's the flux point, which is outputting 500 flux energy per tick, or give or take. And that's a flux plug. Now that is... Can you name these, I wonder? I think you can, can't you? I don't like it there, though. Gimme. We'll find somewhere better for that. In fact, what we need to do is come down here and name this one as machine room. And that should make debugging this bit of the network easier. I need to track down what's going on. I think we've got something going wonky with our name. This is a water wheel. Water wheel. Yeah, I think we've got something going on wonky with our power, and I don't know what. So the easiest way is to go and sleep. Let me in. And then track it down and work out what's going where, and if we've got something that's got the wrong power connectors going. You know what I'm trying to say here anyway. So what we got over there, and then in here plenty of that. Canola machines are going absolutely fine. So that's a flux point. That is hang on, that is coming in there. So that's that's using power. So that's farm input. I'll put it down as. And then there, that's farm output, then finally we need just to go and link those last two in. Not sure whether I'm going to do anything further with that today. I'm going to go head back. Well, that's really three. Oops. What did I just break then? Something I shouldn't have, no doubt. Yeah, there we go. Huh. So this is power core. So basically that is taking 100 and there's 140 power per tick coming out of that. I really am somewhat confused as to what's going on here. And that is also power core. Okay. And with the absence of anywhere better to place this, I suppose we can just come in with it here for now. So power gem. That's going to the power core. So the power gen, that has got input and there's nothing going on there, and that is going in to the power core. So that's the input. Okay, and then if we look at the Cid power, I need to go and get that one. Farm is using 160 per. That's drawing out. I think we've got a net gain going on here. It's just difficult to tell because of these things being in sequence like as they are. And that one's full. That one's full. And that's filling. I think we are okay. Yay! Wonderful. Right, well, that was me debugging. I do need to go and add one thing up, which is I need to just hang on. Puddle up the rough windy path here and just go and give that flux point up there a name. So if I don't, I'll forget it, and then some point in the future I'll be wondering what I so this is what's it, infusion, isn't it? Yeah, infusion matrix, I think that's what it's called. If it's not, it is now. Display stand, empowerer. Ah well, will do. I know what it is. Right, let's get on with some other stuff. Experience, enchanted books, enchanting armor. Obviously we made that last episode. We have got a reasonable amount of experience. We haven't got any means of readily generating it, however, and the end is some way off. Certain things won't fix in this, as we now know. We can't put that into the repairer. It just does nothing with it. So I played around with it and toyed around with the idea that we could make emeraldic ones, which are, I mean, they are, in terms of their stats, hang on, let me get the control. That's 1700, that's 2000, so that is actually better than that. Let's go and have a look at a few of these other bits and pieces, shall we, that I made. That is the same, but that is double that, but that can be given unbreaking and yada yada and mending, and we can repair it in the repairer. And similarly, that's 2000 odd. That is, see, these are probably about the same. That one, however, is and that has got a reasonable durability compared to, you know, anything else. And I'm really torn about what is the best thing to do. However, what I did think we could do, have I got any ladders made? I'm probably going to need them. If I was a ladder, where would I be? Not in there. Well, we can make them. It's not a problem. Let me think. What wood shall we use? We'll use... I should, at some point, see about getting a tree farm going as well. But for the time being, I'm just going to use a couple of stacks of that. Should do the trick, I think. And then make those. Ladders, for what I intend to do, are going to be really, really useful. Just because I am going to be digging down. And having a supply of these guys will be handy if we ever want to do anything peculiar. I don't know why I've got that little thing on me. We should also maybe get a black diamond, because the other thing we can do is this. Now black diamond really doesn't repair much on it. I mean, it does, but it doesn't, if you know what I mean. We really need to do it with an empowered black diamond. But we have this device, the spawner detector, and if we fire that off, it's basically saying that there's a spawner over this way somewhere. Let's just try that from this side, see. It's kind of down there. Is there something underneath? Now the problem with this spawner detector is it's called a dungeon detector, and the reality is it's not in reality a dungeon detector. It is a... Now that's obviously a brick I put in. It is a spawner detector, and a spawner detector is something very different. Oh, hello. I was right on top of a dungeon. Okay. That's a spider. How am I going to get down here? Because of course we've got quark installed, so our dungeons are bigger than normal. So if I were going there, that's one, two. What I don't want to do is get blown up by anything, obviously. Okay, that's okay. Hi. Boom, I didn't want to break that one. However, again, if we do spider spawner, not overly useful, has to be said. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, we can just pop that back and backfill from here, and then we can try and well, we can try and work out how to do this, because this could be a largish structure. It might not be. It may be quite a normal size. Because you've got a passage over that way and a passage over that way. Wow, there's a lot of spiders there. Hello. Okay. Looks suspiciously. Oh, hello. Now that's more like it. Ow. Still more. Oh, little baby. Hello, baby. Hi. Are you a glitch? I think you might be. Hey. We'll just block him in for now. There is that peculiar little glitchy. There's another room down there. Let's have a look. This is quite a large complex. We should eat. Thanks to all that crocodilios, even. What's going on down here then? Is there more? It appears that there's another level. Interesting. So all the time we'd been sat on top of this, and whilst the spider spawner is like, oh hello, what we got? Some mana steel, nothing major league exciting, but let's go up and we'll just see what else we've got in here. Spawner shards, nothing in there. So we've got a skeleton spawner, which is not really ideal, but it's better than a kick in the face. And we got a rod of elevation. A Britannia book. Says it's making one. Yeah, nothing majorly exciting. Now, what are we underneath? That's the next question. So if I were just to come up here, and then take my ladders, which I didn't really need, has to be said. Okay, we're there. Obviously near one of the edges of the near an edge of one of the, there are monsters nearby. Yeah, I know there are monsters nearby. Oh yes, of course he's in there. Duh. Let's see if we can get that little baby zombie to bugger off, shall we? That's the first one, I suppose. The obvious trick to that would be, I'll throw the bones over the seeds. Obvious trick to that would be maybe graveling him or something like that, or sand. I heard you. Oh, there's another one there, look. Hi. Alright, so that's him. What's over there? Another creeperzoid and a skellybob. That should do us, I think. Dead. Oh, well, have that. What do I not want? something I want to play with actually is the mob souls, so yeah, we'll definitely play with those. Okay, so we've got a massive great spawner complex, and it appears to come over out here. Now if I come down here, if I were to come down and come out that way and somehow do our... What do? You go up 1, 2, 3, and yeah, okay, I can do all that. We can strip that out, replace it over here, and we can go and we can take a thing up, I think, from here. That works. Yeah, let me just see about doing a little bit of that, and I'll be back in a mo. All right, before I try logging out with this Mr. Glitchy here, let's try that, shall we? I mean, he's still there. He's not taking any bloody damage from this whatsoever. That's just trouble waiting to happen. But that might be a good point to actually do our spawner system into. If we can move that spawner over here and more or less stand on top and drop them straight down and then elevate them back up somehow, that might be worthwhile. But that, I'm going to log out, log back in again, see if we can't go to that stupid little baby zombie. Back in a moo. Yep, it wasn't actually there. Oh, hang on. So, I've come in and I've done a very basic curling stair. This is obviously the walls need doing, and this brings us up to here, which I will probably take that out as well. No, actually, I will leave that in. So what we're going to be doing in here, I think, is at this point we'll be putting in a stone wall, and then we'll, as we go down, we'll start to emulate that wall as we, you know, towards the bottom where it gets a bit more patchy, a bit more what's the word I'm looking for? Broken up, you know. So we'll mix in the cobble and gravel, and we'll just have a small entrance just around here. We'll probably do something just to make it a little bit more interesting, because obviously at the moment this is quite a boring brick structure, but we'll get this in and then we'll see where we go from here, I think. Double doors going in, and then we can bring a path up and around here. That works. Yeah, I mean, it would have made more sense perhaps to go in, but no, we can bring the path in and around. That's not a problem. Turn that off at the moment, because I think if we were to go, and let's go and have a look at our, I think we are now full on power, which is nice. Let me have a look what we got going on. Input output is 58, that's Cid power, and on power gen it is basically, we are full across all the boards. So I can't remember what it was to say, 4 million, so each one of those is 20, so it's 100 million RF, that was right. Which has been pointed out in the comments will keep me going for a while. We're going to need to extend a path on to do that, but I'm not doing that today. I'm chiseled and bitsed out. We can, I think this probably needs to go up to 4 high before we do anything roof wise, and because I've got a few ideas of what we can do in here just to break up the monotony as well. Yeah, let me just do a little bit of work and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so this is done. I'm just transferring the loot now out of the thing. So yeah, nothing fancy. It's just a shed. We'll get more fanciness going on around it as we grow. But we need to put some of our stuff away, so we've got quite a bit of well, we've got some food, mob drops galore. We've obviously got blocks that we've been working with, which we shall place. Oh, that doesn't go in there. Away, that, and those can go in there. I've supercharged the black diamonds, and the reason for that will be immediately obvious in a moment when I show you. But yeah, there's no particularly gratuitous reason why we wanted to do that, other than, if you recall, if we took a black diamond, and this has currently got, what's the 2188, so that restores about 500. That restores several thousand. So yeah, it's probably worthwhile. I'll just do that one on there for now. Carrying the supercharged ones while we're still working in these kind of materials. And as I say, I honestly don't know how long we'll be working in these materials, but what we do need to do now is just clear out that place. I have lit it up using concealed glowstone down the column there, and as you can see here, we've got the lighting indicator on, so that is just chiseled rock just for a wall. I could have used a wall, but I actually chiseled the block that the wall was connecting to, which made it transparent, and everything just went west from there, really. Now here is a question. If I can, and I can place them back down again. That is OP. That is definitely OP. Doesn't matter, but it's OP. Okay, so we got that, and then we got this lower, this one, which is just a little bit more iron. And was there another one down here? I can't remember. No, so this is where I'm thinking we'll drop the skellies, and then we can just come around. We can work from the top. We'll drop them. It's probably not enough to kill them, but I'm not too worried, to be fair. I'm more interested in seeing what we can get in. Well, that's experience. I was hoping for a zombie spawner, and clearly we haven't got one. Which is a bit of a pig. Zombie spawner's got more chance of getting valuable loot out of the zombies, so yeah, that's pretty much a downer in that respect. But we got this structure here, which is good. So the other thing we could do, and I'm not entirely sure how long I've been recording for. I need to tidy myself up and maybe just do a run on. Yeah, let me turn that off as well. Is just have a look at the auto fisher that we used last time. Maybe not to the level that we did last time. Maybe just plonk it in a water source and, you know, have done with. I'm going to stick that in mob drops actually, and that can go there. Britannia. Yellow room from quark. You know what? I don't need that. Rod of elevation. We'll keep that. They are actually pretty handy. Blocks go in there. Blocks go in there. Try it the second time. That, it just breaks down. It's handy just having that, really. Oh, mana in a bottle goes obviously in here. That goes into mob drops. That goes into wealth. Let me have a look how long we've been recording, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, I think we're going to make 2 automatic fish. I brought enough for 4, but I decided against that. We are going to need, let's have a look, the fishing things needs chests. Chesty chests, we've got 1 or 2 of them. We have got 1 or 2 of those, and we've got that. So if we go with, let me get that in, okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to need more chests anyway, because why? Cobweb, acacia, dark, trapped chests. Interesting. Now, do I get, I know they're dungeon loot, so do I get any tripwire hooks in this loot? If I were a tripwire hook, where would I be? I mean, there's not a problem, I can make them. Just there's no point if we get them. Surprisingly, it appears that we don't. Alright. So, to make a trap chest, it's a tripwire hook, and that is, okay. Yeah. Cheap as proverbial. So, we'll get that. That should start getting us fishing loot. Now, in the first instance, it's going to be crap fishing loot, obviously, because it's just going to be fishing rods with no enchantment. But eventually, I need 8 of those, don't I? Okay, not a problem. I'll get those going. Eventually, the that will result in right, 2 of those. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 1, 2. A couple of those. We'll put that away. We're then going to need iron, and I think we need. Oops. We definitely need 9 plus another 6. 15. Not quite. We need some bit more iron. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then, where's my actually additions stuff? I think we need to make a crate. We need to make this crate if we've got the void crystal. If not, we can make it. So we need to make 1 of those, which is chests and wood and stuff. Wow. 1 of those. Did I just not put that down into there? Okay. 1 of those. Let me just do that. There you go. Void crystal blocks is just coal, isn't it? Yeah. I've got coal down there. Hup. Try that again. Hup. And yeah, that will get. That will do that. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and more wood. Wood, void crystal, and that to get the increase 1 of those. Ladders and a trapdoor. Ladders and a trapdoor will do the trick nicely. Thank you very much. Right, so for simplicity's sake, we're just going to go with this in under here in this pond for the time being, and we're going to take out this lot. Quickly just surface, and that is going to be where we place the crate. Helps if you surface when you're trying to surface. Right, and then we can just, what I'll do is I'll pop you there. And at this point we're just going to pop in hopper here, here, here. Oh, we've got lag. There we go. Not good when you're drowning. And up again. No. I may lose this hopper if I'm not careful. I probably did. Yeah. Now the reason for this is and I don't know whether these things require power now. I've not tried these nets since we did the update. But if we go there and then place a net there and there, maybe battery where. Maybe we do that around the edge here, just to make the pond a little bit more sensible. And then, oh, it doesn't require any assistance. So if we then come down here and then head across this way, that should get us to the box, and then that means we can get down here quite easily and just go and get our loot as and when it appears. Now it's probably going to be primarily fish, because you know it's at this stage it's fishing. But ultimately it should start getting to be loot. We've got a puffer fish and a name tag already, and a raw salmon. Leave that running, and eventually we should start getting good loot. That's the theory. So I think on that basis we're going to call it an episode. We've got some spawner work to do over there at some point, but at the moment we only have a skelly spawner. I can't believe personally that we actually had that thing going on underneath all this time. We actually had that massive great spawner, but it's very similar to the last season. Actually we had that kind of thing going on. Now what we're waiting for is for this and this to fish up a mending look of the sea or any other kind of fishing rod. Now this is giving you a better frequency. You know what? I am going to expand this a little bit, and I'll be back in a second. Yep, does make a difference. 8.5 frequency is the 8.5 hertz, which means it's fishing more often, which means we've got a higher chance of getting the stuff eventually that we want. At the moment, mainly fish and junk, but it's going to take a while. I could always enchant a fishing rod. We don't have an enchanting room as yet though, so that's a thing. But I think on that note, we're going to call it an episode, and I'm going to take this as my my screenshot, and until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.